Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a little small series called 3 Days, 3 Ways. I'm just going to show y'all 3 different ways that I do my face. Depending on what I'm going to do, where I'm going to be going, sometimes I want something a little bit lighter, sometimes I want to do, do myself up a little bit more. But for the first day, I am just going to do the lightest coverage that I do. And again, I showed some of this in the first video, but I'm going to use concealer, a highlighting stick, a dark contour, a light contour, and then I'll throw on some lip gloss or something like that. Another quick thing that I wanted to show too is an eye primer. This really helps with your eyeshadow not moving around. It really helps everything just stay in place. We also carry, as it's in this drawer somewhere, a foundation primer that is one of the most popular products as well. There it is. It was right in front of me. So you have an eye primer and you have a face primer. So you can use these. If I'm doing my quick face, I don't typically use these, but these are fantastic products and I'll talk about them again tomorrow. So for starters, I am just going to use blending brush. Y'all, my hair is wet because I like to do my face before I blow dry my hair. Blending brush is like the most amazing tool. It is the softest thing. It just feels amazing on your face, and I use it to blend any of my pencils on my fresh face, just because it really moves things around well. It moves your products around well. So I'm going to start with a little bit of color, and I've seen so many like people making fun of this whole system of putting on makeup, but y'all, it actually works. And so whatever, let them hate, I guess. I watched a lot of videos when I was learning kind of how to do contouring, and this is just a really helpful, easy way to do it. So hey, stick with what works. Right here along the jawline, I especially like to do this because it's going to slim up your jaw. You can see how instantly there's a shadow, kind of chisels your face. Then you're going to just throw a little bit down here to blend your face down to the rest of your neck. You're going to bring a little bit, if you want a little contour down the nose. It's supposed to slim your nose. You can look at it and tell me what you think. Sometimes I do it, actually most of the time I do it, and I can't tell a huge difference. I come back on the top of this and do a small little line of my darker contour, and I also come up here and throw in a few dots on top of this one. Those are the only places I use the dark one, but I have a very light skin tone, so if you have a darker skin tone, you may want something a little darker, and that's fine. Okay, now I am going to throw on my highlighter. So you can tell, you can really barely see this in the video. You can see it a lot better. Man, I wish I could see it the way I can see it. You can see a little better right there. Okay, you can see it's just going to give you a little bit of an iridescent glow. So now I got my whole war paint going on, and I'm going to come back with my concealer, and I'm just going to throw a little bit right here, a little bit on the corner of my eye, a little bit right here, a little bit on the corner of my eye, a little bit down the top of my nose, and I got a little bit heavy, but I'll just pull that up. Normally I would do like a little bit right here in between my eyebrows, but since I got a little heavy right there, I'm just going to use like my excess right there. Now I have some kind of pink places on my cheeks, so a lot of times I'll just dot right here, and then, but I don't want my cheeks like looking super highlighted because I don't want to draw like a lot of tension right there. You want to draw up around your eyes, and so you can, any place when I'm doing a fast face, if I want to add a little bit of color but I also need some coverage, I will just come in, and you see how I added that the lighter color contour to it, and it almost made my concealer creamy. I'm gonna do that a little bit right here too, because as I pull that up, I don't want it to be quite that bright. Same thing down here. I'm just gonna blend a little bit. These things are inexpensive, and you can do 1,000 things with them. That's why I'm a big fan of the contouring sticks. Okay, now it's just time to blend. You get your blending brush or whatever you want to use to blend with. I'm going to show you the blending brush and how well it moves things around because it's my favorite. So you just come up down here, just start working that stuff in. And then come right up here. You can see it just kind of covers that rosy part that I was talking about without just having just a real thick foundation. You can see it's just really nice, really thin. And I'm going to blend this in. Same thing, I'm going to kind of pull it around where I have got some places I want coverage. And just like, you know, if you get too much in some places, grab some product and just push it up there. Now I'm going to start working this shadow line right around my chin. And, you know, you want a little bit of a color right here just to kind of accentuate the natural places of your chin. And then the rest of it, I'm just going to blend into my neck so that it looks like I have got more of a defined jawline. And you can see it just creates a shadow. And then I like to kind of pull it down the natural area right there on my neckline. And you can see it doesn't look like a big jungle, like a bunch of jumbled up color. It just looks like a kind of a shadow, and then it blends your face to your neck. Now, I will say I've been using these contour sticks for a long while now, about 2 months. They do not break my skin out. I kind of wondered if they would, being like a crayon like that. I thought, I wonder if that's going to break me out, but they did not bother me at all. So you can see I'm still blending, pushing it up in the hairline, just little circles, giving myself just kind of like a sun-kissed glow. You can just see how it's starting to kind of come together. I'm going to pull this up. Y'all, everybody needs this brush. Just bite the bullet and do the brush. You will thank me later. Okay. I should keep like 20 of these in my inventory. I think I have about 4 or 5 right now. Alright. Now you can see as I'm wiping that in, I'm just kind of pushing it up towards the underneath of my eyelid. And now on the outside, I'm just going to pull up a little bit too. Sometimes I kind of draw it a little bit across my eyelid also. Same thing. Try not to make your classic I'm putting on my makeup faces, but it's hard not to do. Okay, now this part is, you can see, you can go back and add anywhere you want a little bit more color. Sometimes I'll go back to my forehead and just add a little bit more if I got too much blending. I think some of this is that I have got too much light going on here. You can see a little bit better now. Okay, so on the, I'm gonna pull my hair back to show y'all the cheek part of this. Okay, so you've got all that blended in good. Now you just got these 3 lines. The trick is to not get to everything pulling down. You can see I've got my shadow here going on, and then I want to kind of just in small circles start to blend these areas and create like a little contour area. But you want it to look natural. So a lot of times I'll get a little on my brush, and then I'll draw it up towards like these places that I've already contoured. I'll do some little circles, push into my cheekbone like this. I don't want to pull the product down. So you just keep going up, up. And you can see it's starting to just kind of make a subtle little, and you can see where it kind of just accentuates your cheekbones without looking like you got on this like tons of makeup. So it's really soft. I will say for me, this is going to be my typical makeup day. I have always been a big advocate of skincare, and but I've never worn just tons of makeup. Sometimes for special things I do, and I have the opportunity to put on more now and take my time and actually get it done right. But I'm more of a do really good skincare and then go easy on the makeup. All right, so that has got my contouring. You see right there. Can't see it as well on here because I've got this light on. So you can see it creates just a nice little shadow right there. And this will not move around. the most I ever do, if I'm going to do anything extra, like if you feel like you've just got too much moisture right here under your eyes, then I would suggest on top of this, if you want to do a little bit extra just to suck that moisture out, you can use like a translucent powder. So I will show you that just to see if you can. It's not going to make a huge difference in what it looks like, but it may make a huge difference in what it feels like if you don't like feeling any moisture on your face. I personally do. I think for me, I feel like it makes me look a little bit younger, not to have too much powder on. But if I want to dry it up a little bit, I would just take a little bit of translucent powder and I will just kind of circle it around. All right. And that is just gonna make it feel a little bit drier up under that. My eyes are probably the only place that I ever feel like I may want to throw a little powder on it. And honestly, I don't think that really changed the look of much. So I've got a little bit of color here, a little bit of color here. The skin looks nice and smooth because you got the concealer to kind of take up any, sometimes I get a little shiny right there too. I'm gonna throw, I've got so many different kinds of stuff in here that I'm gonna show y'all, and I keep picking up the wrong thing. I'm going to take a little translucent powder and just kind of dust right in here just to take some shine out. That looks better. Okay. I am going to pause and just put on my eyeliner and mascara. This mascara is amazing. I will be back and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay. Quickly, I wanted to tell y'all this color that I'm putting on my top of my lids is called Biscotti. It is just a really light matte color. On my eyelids, this is, I think this is like I want to say hazelnut. I don't think that's right, but I think it's somewhere in that family. If I'm doing just like a light face, I don't put on a whole lot of deep or, you know, flashy colors. But one thing I do that I wanted to show you guys that somebody showed me is I will take a little bit of my darkest eyeshadow, and for me, I think that is this espresso color that I have, and I will get just like, I put on some pencil, and I only put it on the outside corners of my eyes, but I kind of come back and take this espresso color and come right over on top of it just to soften it in. And you can see it just kind of, it softens your eyelid, it softens your eye makeup a little bit. And then I'm just going to come under here and go over that too. And so it just accentuates the outside corners for you. I'm just going to add a little bit more there. And it just kind of draws away, which it's going to be a lot softer when I get my mascara on. It won't look so extreme. Same thing, just adding in, coming up under here, and it'll help my pencil not to want to bleed during the day too. Kind of helps set it almost like a powder would a foundation. So I just took my darkest color. See if I can pop that thing out of there. That one is called Hot Fudge, and the one I was not sure about is called, what I have on my lid, Hazelnut. I was right. Okay, cool. All right, I gotta wrap this up because I've got to go cook a squirrel. And yes, you heard me correctly. I have to go cook a squirrel. My 10-year-old is hunting small game now, so I might not should have said that. I don't even know if it's squirrel season. I think it is. Okay, this is the Lash Love Panorama. This mascara is amazing. You will love it. It does not flake or smudge. I love this stuff. And you can see as I'm adding it on there now that really like it draws everything out and up on my face, like with my eyes, because I didn't put so much liner on the inside of my eyes. And you know, do yours however you like. I play with mine, and I feel like my face looks different every day. So do what works for you. And you know your eye shape better than anybody, but I like to try to kind of draw out and up. I personally don't put any mascara on my bottom lashes because my bottom lashes are so long they curl over, and it will always make, doesn't matter what I put on unless it's waterproof, and I don't wear waterproof very much because I don't, well, I didn't used to like to take it off, but now that we have this stuff, this will take off anything. The eye makeup remover is like, that's one of the things I heard about Mary Kay a long time ago, is that they're like infamous eye makeup remover, and it's true. If anybody wants to leave comments about how to cook a squirrel, or send me a personal message, I will take pointers. Alright. So you just do however much you want. I like big lashes, and so I usually do a couple of different coats. So that's half that. You can see when I smile, you've got some nice shadows going on, but it's not big, and it's nice and simple. So this is my go-to face. I'm gonna throw on just a nude lipstick on top of this, just to kind of, you can tell it's just really soft. So I will either do something like this, or just use our satin lips, or a tinted lip gloss, which I also love. So that is day 1, 3 ways to do your face.